All hail the beard, it's your boy Big Beard B, and we back for another edition of Big Beard Business. If you're new here, I'm B, and on this channel we help you improve your confidence by way of compliments, utilizing the wonderful world of fragrance. If this is your second video or more, I ask you to hit the subscribe button because you obviously coming back rocking with your boy. Now, speaking of boys, I was recently tagged by my boy Darian the Bowtie fragrance guy with a task to do 10 fragrances for life, period. All right, you know how they say it? Period. With no separation of niche, designer, indie, or anything in between. These videos can be tough for me, as I'm sure it would be for a lot of you out there as well. So before I hop into this, comment down below and let me know what your foundational 10 fragrances will be if you had to choose 10 for life, period. Honestly, I think he was trying to make things difficult for me, which he did. I think I got it figured out. I think I got it figured out. Listen, I could tell he was trying to make this difficult for me, as I could tell by the grimace on his face within his thumbnail. Insert thumbnail somewhere. No, man, all jokes aside, it looked like he had something up his sleeve as he was posting that video. So I'm here, I'm prepared, and I am ready to go. So as many of you out there know, last year I released my Enamoured Fragrance collection in conjunction with Navitus Parfums. And within that collection, I featured 5 fragrances: Exaltant Wheat, Soie Exclusive, Idola, Verve Matin, and Elation. And I figured it would be a bit weird if I placed 5 of my fragrances on this list and only did 5 others out there. But as you can expect, I would imagine that these fragrances hold a very special place in my heart. They are near and dear. So I figured I would cheat a bit and use the #1 fragrance, or the first fragrance on my list today, as my fragrance collection, okay? All of these fragrances hold a very special place in my heart, as they should, because they were like my little babies. They weren't my babies that I was sharing with the world, and I do not want to leave them off this list. So therefore, they will take the first spot as a collective, okay? Now listen, if you have not tried my fragrance collection, then listen, we have sample sets available for as low as $35, as well as some steals and deals going on right now. As you can save 20% if you've already tried it out and you know which one you're looking for. Boom, go ahead, 20% off right now. As well as if you want to try something different and add something based upon some thoughts and opinions that you heard, boom, 20% off. Or you can go ahead and pick up a sample discovery set, fall in love with one, and boom, 20% off. Listen, man, it's there, all right? It's there. I did my part. Let me know what you think. So again, the first fragrance spot to me goes towards my fragrance collection, no matter if it's the sophistication of Exaltant Wheat, the sexiness of Soie Exclusive, or, you know, that cuddle buddy action for your lady with Idola, you know, something that is ideal, or, you know, the sophistication and luxury of Elation and Verve Matin, man. Fragrances that I really love. I rock them all the time. And again, these were my babies that I shared with the world. So in the #1 spot, or the first place, goes to my fragrance collection. Haha, you see what I did there, Derry? And listen, if you guys think it's cheating, I mean, it's too late now. I can't record the video over. Next up on the list, I have a fragrance that I'm sure many of you already anticipated will be on this list, as it's made every 10 for life video that I've done thus far that was applicable for this fragrance to be on. As a 10 out of 10 in my book, and a standout fragrance for sure. This one has this coffee, it's gourmand feel. You already know what I'm talking about, and this one is Kilian's Black Phantom. Black Phantom is a 10 out of 10 fragrance for me. It just works every time. In Florida, I wore this thing spring, summer, fall, winter. It didn't really matter, although this one is best prime for fall and winter. I wore it when I felt like it. That's how I feel about this scent. Rock it like a boss. Rock it with compliments. Compliments. You're going to get compliments with it. Rock it with confidence. Black Phantom from the house of Kilian. The next scent is a prime fall and winter fragrance, in my personal opinion. A 10 out of 10 in my book as well. This one is a unisex scent, although Kilian's Black Phantom is marketed as unisex as well. I find that to me it's a masculine scent, maybe because I wear it all the time and I want to feel better about myself. This fragrance that I'm talking about is from Margiela, and this one is the Replica series, and this one is By the Fireplace. By the Fireplace is roasted chestnuts, it's wood, burning wood to be exact. You have some sweetness here, and it's a magnificent, masterful scent in my personal opinion. As I stated, I gave this one a 10 out of 10. It says burning wood and chestnut. That's exactly what you get with this scent. So if you're looking for it and you want to buy it, understand that's what you're buying, okay? Listen, dark juice, sweet, just really works. Longevity is great. Projection is great. And compliment factor on this thing is almost second to none, at least for me. By the Fireplace from the house of Margiela. The next fragrance also has gotten quite a bit of burn on this channel. You would imagine that it would be here if you paid attention on this channel. This one is the Porcelain Guard, aka Mr. Steal Your Wife. And the fragrance is Creed's Silver Mountain Water. Now, if you know anything about me and my experience with Creed, this is my first experience with Creed here. This one I got in high school. Yeah, compliments galore. This thing is amazing. It's inky. It's not for everyone out there, so but I think it will help with a great deal of people. This one is actually one of the most complimented Creed fragrances within my collection, and one of the most complimented fragrances within my collection, period. That's how it rocks with me. Creed Silver Mountain Water, unique. Not a lot of stuff out there on the market today smells like it, especially in your big box department stores, so you can rock this one with confidence, knowing that you are going to stand out. Creed Silver Mountain Water. This next fragrance is one of the cheapest fragrances on my list, but it's been in my collection constantly, non-stop, over and over and over and over and over again since high school. This fragrance comes from Burberry, and you already know what this one is. This one is Burberry Touch. Burberry Touch is woody, it's powdery, it's fresh, it's clean, it's inviting. End of story. All right, listen, this is for most people going to be a fragrance that you can rock and be okay with it. Again, like any other fragrance out there, scent is subjective, and you may not like this fragrance, okay? But to me, this thing is amazing. Aromatic fragrance works every time for me. Fresh out of the shower, casual day, office day, doesn't really matter, man. Burberry Touch. Reach out and touch someone with Burberry Touch. Now, the next fragrance on my list comes from Kurkdjian, and this fragrance is said to be a clone of a Creed fragrance, which it probably is, but I've had many more bottles of this one in my collection than I have of the Creed fragrance that this one is supposed to mimic. The fragrance that I'm talking about is none other than Kurkdjian's Unforgivable. Now, the price point on this thing is much, much lower than it was when I originally picked this thing up in high school, and since then, this is another one that's been in constant rotation within my collection as I've purchased many, many bottles over the years, okay, people? Many, many bottles of this one has been had. Millicent Imperial, maybe 2 bottles ever. All right, but this one here, over and over and over again. I spray this one knowing that it's a cheapie. I can rock this one all the time. I can spray this one as a car air freshener. I can give a bottle away and be okay with it. It really doesn't matter, man. Kurkdjian Unforgivable is a lifer for your boy. Now, all of the fragrances on today's list are here for different reasons, okay? But some are here because I just love the way they smell. I mean, all of these fragrances, I enjoy the way they smell. But also, some of them have a story with it. This fragrance here doesn't really have a story with it, except that it smells amazing. This fragrance comes from Byron Parfums, and you guys know I'm a fan of this one. If you watch this channel, you know I'm gonna talk about it over and over again. This one is Mula, the OG. Now, Mula Rouge Extreme is a nice fragrance, as well as you get that triple threat of red notes in the top with the cherry, strawberry, and raspberry there. But this one here really is the bread and butter for me, the OG Mula. Now, this one is not everyone's cup of tea, but compliments galore with this thing I get. Often a fragrance that I return to simply because, well, when I wear it, it starts a conversation often. Okay, if I'm gonna be around people, a lot of people, I can rock this thing and know that someone somewhere is going to think I smell good, and the conversation is likely going to strike up. You get that peach, you get the caramel. There's a ton of notes in this thing here, and it also performs. Longevity, crazy, projection, stupid crazy. Nice scent, man. Listen, the guy has a banger with this one. If you don't have any collection, it needs to be there, in my personal opinion. Mula, boom, from Byron Parfums. And the next fragrance is included in this list because it has a story and it's a great smelling fragrance. And I actually have it in my collection once again. So the story behind this fragrance is I was in Saks and I came across this scent, and my wife and I both really enjoyed this scent. And if you guys know out there, we don't share fragrances, so this is something we do, and I knew that she liked it and I liked it a lot too, but you know, I had to do what's good for the missus, so I purchased her a bottle and the fragrance quickly went away. So we shared it a bit, a slight bit, okay? It was hers and I would steal it from time to time, but do not tell her. Although she's editing this video, there's nothing we can do about it at this point, okay? Just leave it alone. It's over, all right? But the fragrance went away. It was gone, and it's gone now. However, I was able to secure a full bottle of this thing, courtesy of my guy, Equality Fragrances. He knew I was looking for this scent. He hit me up and said, yo, B, such and such got it. And I said, say no more, say less. Actually, don't tell anyone else. And I went and purchased this thing, man. So I have a full decanter of this. We filled up the spray bottle of this thing here, and I'm going to cherish this thing and hold on to it. Likely what will happen, because Tom Ford has a knack for doing this, he's going to release this under designer, and then it's not going to be worth anything anymore. But this is a fragrance that I really enjoy. Rive d'Ombre, one of the first fragrances I reviewed. Not the first one of the first one. I was like, yo, you know what, I'm going to do fragrance reviews. I did a cologne week, and this is one of the fragrances that I talked about. I think I kicked off cologne week with this one. Amazing scent. It works. If you can find it, get it. If not, get it and then sell it, because it's worth more than it was back then. Rive d'Ombre from the house of Tom Ford. And the final two fragrances here also have stories, and they're also attached back to my wife, which is another reason that it's special for them to be in this list. This next one comes from Tom Ford as well, and this one is Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. Okay, so I've said this on this channel before. I like Drake, man. I'm a Drake fan. I really like what he does. Classic, timeless music, all in all. And one line that he said is Tom Ford Tuscan Leather smelling like a brick. So because of that, and I used to say that all the time like a madman, the missus went out and got this one for me. I forgot what the holiday was or the occasion, but she did pick this one up for me. I think it might have been Christmas or Father's Day. I want to say it was Christmas. Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. I'm out here smelling like a brick, man. And with that, it is also an amazing smelling fragrance, so that definitely helps as well. So always going to be in the collection. If I run out of this thing, it'll be on the re-up here. Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, much better than Tuscan Leather Intense in my personal opinion so far. I have to do a side-by-side comparison just to really let you guys know there, but top tier for sure. And the final fragrance on today's list as a lifer needs another bottle. I say this every time I talk about this one. I haven't purchased the bottle yet. I'm going to buy one, all right? I'm going to buy one. I purchased like the newer version of this one, but I need an OG. This one also comes from Creed, and this one's also a gift to me from the missus. And this one is, I think that was for my birthday. Yeah, like when it was first coming out, something like that, a long time ago at this point. Or at least 10 years ago it's been out, so 8 years ago. 8 years ago, she bought this for me. This one is Creed Aventus. All right, man. Creed Aventus. If you know anything about it, often regarded to as the king of fragrances, give or take. You know, some people are like, nah, B, that ain't it. That ain't it, Chan. Listen, if you look to start a fragrance channel, talk about Creed, okay? Talk about Creed Aventus specifically, and that should help your views. All right, that's a pro tip. But no, man, all in all, solid fragrance, man. Very, very enjoyable scent all in all. Highly searched. Does it get compliments? Yes. Do people hate on it? Yes. Is it different than when it was when it first released 10 years ago? Possibly. I don't know. I know I've had this bottle for a while. We have Creed Aventus Cologne, which is the light-skinned cousin of this one. All in all, man, great fragrances. I'm super happy with these. If you have not tried my fragrance collection out, that first spot, make sure you do so. Sample sets are available, linked down below. Discovery set number 3, to be specific. You have 5 fragrances from me. You have Viva More from Money Kicks, and you also have 2 fragrances from Chaos Fragrances. Dallas over there has 2 fragrances in there as well. And then also I'm running 20% off. Again, check those out if you haven't already. If you had your eye on some, boom, there you go. I know some of you hit me up and I wasn't at liberty to talk about it yet, but there you go. Listen, man, Darian, listen, man. Listen, all right? I did my thing, baby. All right, let me know. Let me know. Did I do it? Or did I cheat? What are your 10? I would love to know. As always, I'm your boy, Big B, beating with the like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend that we are back again. And you already know what I need you to do. Just hit the goddamn bell.